What's up everyone, Arctic here, bringing you guys a brand new Gears of War Judgment discussion and update video. As the title suggests, and I'm sure most of you guys know by now, if you're following me on Twitter or on YouTube, whatever the case may be, a lot of you guys have already been like, hey Arctic, what do you think about this? You know, I had my hour-long or more discussion on Twitter about Execution returning to Gears of War Judgment. Now this is going to be a post-launch DLC that will be available for free because it is sponsored by Maxim. And if you guys remember, I think Gears of War 3 and Epic did something similar with Discovery Channel, and there was like free DLC. I may be wrong, but I feel like I remember that happening. And we're seeing something similar now with Maxim. So this DLC is going to include Execution. I'm going to touch on that here briefly. It's going to have two new maps, Haven and Capital. And for the most part, I think that this is a pretty good move on Epic's part. Now, Haven I've actually seen in action. I was at the playtest. I did not get to play it. I just got a glimpse of it. Looks pretty sweet. Capital, raising a big blank. I have no idea what that map looks like, plays like, nothing. Now, Execution. A lot of the hardcore guys, at least from what I've seen, the response has been really positive from the community that started, playing Gears of War back in 06. Those guys seem to be pretty happy that Execution is coming back, along with it DB&O, so that means you get to stomp on some faces probably. So I think that is a good change. We've kind of speculated back and forth, if you guys follow me on Twitter, whether or not Epic did this on purpose. Was it planned all along? Or did they buckle under the pressure to the community feedback? Really hard to tell what exactly why this is happening. But regardless, I think it's really good news. And like I said, Skyless and I will talk about it more in depth tonight on our show, Frag Logic. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention, second half of this, is that they also announced the Season Pass, DLC, pricing, and all that stuff. I guess the comparison that I really want to make is that the DLC for Gears of War 3, I believe, was 4,000 Microsoft points. It spanned 6 months and had, 4 installments, right? I think that's right. And there was like 15 new maps in total. I don't know if that was also including like Clock Tower and the ones that came out with the first one, but we got a lot of new maps, a lot of new content. And this one is less than half the price. You get 1,600 Microsoft points. I don't know if that's half the price, half the cost. So 1,600 Microsoft points, and it has less content. So I guess that is fair based off of the pricing that they have for this. But, I mean, overall, at a glance, it seems kind of underwhelming to me. That's my initial feeling about it. But I think it could be pretty good. You have 6 new maps, and then you have 5 new weapon skins and 4 new armor skins. I believe that is what is coming with that. And then you also have 2 new game modes. Now, I am really racking my brain on what these new game modes can be or will be. And here's a point I really want to stress with a lot of guys, and I'm probably in the minority here, so feel free to let me know your opinion on this, but I do not want a rehashed game type. When they say 2 new game modes, that to me correlates to being something that is very original. And I feel like Gears of War, when it first launched, and even the second title, had some very original game types. And since then, when they talk about new game types, to me it's just rehashed stuff that we've already seen. So with Gears of War Judgment, when they say 2 new game modes, that to me does not mean Guardian, that does not mean Submission, that does not mean Annex, does not mean King of the Hill, does not mean Wingman, or any other rehashed game type for this game. That means 2 completely new and original game types. I am sorry, I might be in the minority on this. I've seen people already on the forums and on Twitter like, hey, don't you want Guardian to come back? Don't you want Wingman to come back? No, I don't. I don't. I want to see something new. So that is like my expectation when they say that, and I hope it does not include the Execution. I hope they're not counting that. So in total, I guess it'd be 3 game types that'll be introduced in DLC. But that is the biggest thing that I think probably Skyless and I are going to hammer on the show tonight. If you want to see our thoughts in depth, we'll probably be talking about this for half the show on Frag Logic tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. The link to all of this is down in the description, guys. So remember, check the description. Links save lives. I have the article to the Maxim free DLC. I have the article to the Season Pass pricing and DLC. And then I have the stream information for Frag Logic. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to throw a like on it. And until the next time, guys, I will catch you later. Peace. So right there we have the Guts of Gears multiplayer trailer breakdown. So right there, you guys can click on that. Right below that, you'll find the subscribe button. Either one, either one, just either or.